Hey everyone, this is Alex. Canon just released the free EOS Webcam Utility official version. It's on. This download, which is free, will let you connect a USB cable to your Canon camera, compatible camera, and you'll be able to webcam, stream, conference, whatever you want. So let's get into it. I'm gonna split up this video in a couple of parts so you can skip if you want. What are the requirements, like Windows, Mac? We're gonna install the software together and prep the camera. I'm gonna also compare it with this webcam. I'm gonna test it with Teams, Zoom, Teams and OBS. And if you don't have a Canon camera, I'm gonna show you some price points where you could invest if you want to have the same kind of result, right? Like a blurry background. Why not? So what's new? They added a lot more of software supported officially. Also, you can now download it from different websites on Canon, for example, Canon USA, Canon Japan, etc. Before it was only available in the US, and they went from 25 cameras supported to 42. Now this video is for Windows. The Mac version is still in beta for now, but the official version will come soon. Developers are working really hard and it's coming. You can also now record at the same time that you are streaming just by hitting the record button on the camera. Now, if you don't have a Canon camera, there is Fuji also who has some support for USB cable and streaming, so go check out their videos. If you have a clean HDMI output and you don't have Fuji or Canon, that is also a solution. So you can check out the video here on that solution. So what are the requirements? Well, you do need a Canon camera. Here's the list. Well, you can check out the description below, but basically all the recent cameras, and obviously all mirrorless are accepted. You do need Windows 10, of course, latest version, and of course a USB cable. So let's do the setup together, and I'm gonna use my Canon mouse, of course. So first thing first that you need to do, if you had the beta software installed, we need to install it. So EOS Webcam Utility uninstalled. If you are recording your session, that might happen. If it asks you to reboot, don't do it immediately. We're gonna do it later. Use the link provided below, or you can also go into downloading drivers on your Canon website. But I have some weird results with that when I try other sites. So just use the link. Once on the website, scroll down almost to the end and go to the section where all the cameras are displayed. Choose your camera, in my case, Mark IV. This will send you to your camera website with the software download, probably on the top. EOS Webcam Utility 1, Utility, for Windows, of course. Click Select, register if you want to. That's a new pop-up, but you can click just the X here. And then hit the download button just right there. That's gonna save the file wherever you save files usually. So once you have the file, you can extract them. I'm gonna use 7-zip here. If you don't have 7-zip, Windows will extract them for you. Hit setup after that. Let's set it up. Next. Accept the license that Canon tells you that you own them $1 million. You can say that you trust Canon for eternity and finish. And now we need to reboot. Waiting to reboot, reboot. So now that we have rebooted, it's time to play with the camera. Adjust the settings to your convenience. In my case, I can see myself on this screen and adjust the thing on that screen. But in your case, maybe you'll have to actually go behind the camera, adjust the ISO setting, for example, adjust the focus, or put face or eye detect focus on. And so put your camera in video mode and then plug the USB cable and then plug the USB cable in your computer. This is going to be an interesting test since I'm recording at the same time. Let's see how that goes. If the EOS utility from Canon is running right now, you need to quit. This software actually always connects to the camera first, so the other one won't be able to connect. Also, well, what you just installed, EOS Webcam Utility, is not a software, so you won't find it in your program files, for example. It's more like a driver, which just permit the camera to connect to your computer. And it's going to present itself as a camera when you will run a software, for example, Teams or any others. So let's start Teams, and let's configure Teams. Let's get into the desktop. So we're gonna start with Teams. Let's launch Teams, and you'll see that there is not too much to configure. All right, now if you go to Settings and then you use Devices, you will actually see everything that you have. So speakers, oh, that's not good. Yeah, we're gonna reverse that for my taste. And the microphone will be my microphone. And the camera will be the EOS Webcam Utility. Exactly do that. And then you can make a test call with that.
Hello, welcome to Skype call testing service. After the beep, please record a message. Afterwards, your message will be played back to you.
Thanks, you can play back right away. Thanks, you can play back right away. So that is the configuration for Teams. So let's go in OBS, and OBS is mostly for streamings, and let's say you want to stream to YouTube, something like that. Well, let's launch OBS and let's configure it right now. So what about OBS, right? So let's just configure OBS. I actually have my screen here, I have my laptop that you can see here. That is reproduced 1,000 times, but we're gonna add a source, which is a video capture card device. Yeah, video capture device. And we're gonna create a new. Below is actually the old one. It should maybe work, but I don't know. Let's create a new Canon official USB. Okay, and then the device actually put itself at the EOS Webcam Utility automatically, but usually you would have to search for it here. And I'm going to leave everything by default, should be fine. And there I am. And let's put that full screen. So when you're actually working, now I might actually put that differently, so the video is actually full right now, but usually when you stream with OBS, you will actually use a corner, and everywhere else, well, there's going to be something else. So let's go, for example, let's launch Firefox, and let's go on Google if my Wi-Fi is working. So there we go, right? You can obviously choose the corner that you want. I'm stuck, help, somebody. So let's compare that camera with that camera, and it's gonna be different, really different. Right now I'm gonna be using this camera right here. I am using though the sound from this mic, so the sound will vary if you use only a laptop without any sound devices. So for now, I'll just give you an example of how people actually use their laptop. Let me check here. Let me check here. Does that sound familiar? Or something like that. Let me check my files right now, right? So obviously the advantage of using an external camera is that the camera will actually not move, even if the person is moving the screen or moving too far or too close. Another thing, of course, the camera, right now I'm lit with great lighting, but if you have low lighting, and I'm going to give you an example in a few seconds. If you have a low lighting, that camera will actually work. This is a full frame, but this one is a tiny sensor, which the quality in the dark will be, how could I say that, pixelated. So right now I'm recording with the camera on the laptop, and you can see what that gives like a result. I can actually see that very clearly. That's about an arm length of distance. Same thing for the camera. And on that camera, I kind of see it clearly, kind of pretty clear. On that camera though, it's a little bit blurry, and there are lenses that can make that even more blurry if you want. Well, if you want to invest, of course. Now let's do that comparison with different lighting. So looking with this camera, I'm pretty sure it's not too bad, right? Looking at that camera though, I'm looking at that side of my face, and these are dancing pixels, right? So if it's any darker than that, that's going to be very hard. It's not that people won't be able to see you, it's just that the quality won't be there. And with that camera, I did actually a couple of conferences, And people were like, oh, you use the zoom function to blur the background? No, it's the lens. I have professional equipment. I can blur the background if I want to. So the simplest setup, of course, is just a laptop. And you're gonna have the quality that you have with a laptop, which is functional. So let's say you are in a conference room and people are distancing, even in the conference room. You can have a camera like this to be able to film everyone at the same time and make a conference call. If you are at home, well, this does the job poorly, but it does the job. And if you want a simple setup, you will need, of course, an earpiece, whatever, Bluetooth or wired, it doesn't matter. You can use a microphone. This can be very useful. So it's gonna give you a slightly better audio, and you need light. Of course, you can have also a window. There's a window there. The thing is, you're gonna have to adjust a little bit your things. In cloudy days, you'll have to adjust a little bit. And if it's a sunny day, you'll have to adjust it a little bit more. But let's say you want to invest actually, and you want to have different price points of how could this work. I do have only Canon prices because I'm not very familiar with all the brands, right? So let's start with the biggest budget. There are even better cameras out there, but we're gonna start with that budget, right? So you can have a Canon RP 999 US. It's a full frame sensor, which gives you about the same quality. Well, it will give you the same quality that you have here, even slightly better because this one is slightly old. Add that a power supply, 150. Add there a Canon RF lens, 35mm, f1.8. So the background will be even more blurrier. That's $500. You need to have the USB cable, of course. The battery itself, if you do video conferencing, will last about an hour and a half, maybe, more or less. Total will be $1,600, more or less. So if that's your budget, go for it. But maybe you want to go a little bit lower in price. Sure. You can have a Canon M50 at $650, and you need to add a lens. So you'll have to choose a lens. Mostly 250, more or less. Maybe you want to go even lower. So there's the Canon M200 that actually comes with a lens. You can still change the lens, but it comes with a lens in the box. And with the lens kit, it's $550. All price are in USD. Times 3 for Canadian rupees, of course. And all these cameras will actually give you, well, the full frame will give you way better quality, and the others will give you slightly better quality. In a future video, we will actually take different cameras, including this 12 years old camera, and I'm gonna try to plug them while streaming, pushing the limit of the camera to get a better image quality. This is a full frame, but we're gonna try to have also another camera that is not full frame and try to push it even in low lights. We're gonna try. If you want better audio, of course, you'll have to invest in a microphone. I think this one is $100. That's a Meteor microphone. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes laptop audio is actually good, so you might actually want to use it. So if you like this video, guys, hit the thing below and subscribe for more if you like this type of content. Thanks for watching, guys, and just watch the bloopers. I'm gonna split up first one, second one. This is gonna go. If you like this video, guys, hit that time button and subscribe if you like this